7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing? Yes. Before we begin, I know SI announced that they will be doing patches every week, right? But they also, in fine print, right at the bottom of their post, they also stated it's like best effort because it depends. If they have no issues, they'll try and get it out every week. I think people are kind of expecting an update to drop. I don't think so. Today is already Thursday. If they do, they did say the match engine update is slated for December, which would be next week. And I think that may be the next update. But, you know, SI did say it's going to be best effort, and I don't blame them. Because if you see, it's become quite messy lately. If you noticed before you jumped on the stream, you would have seen something. You would have seen the match engine version. Sorry, not the match, the game version. At the moment, one would seem to think that the public beta track has got the latest version of the game. Actually not. The public version of the game has got the... So there are basically two branches, the public version, the beta branch, right? So they started pushing out patches to the beta branch. So the public branch was always one step behind. Then they would update it a few days later, so the public branch would catch up. However, last week, the public branch was updated and the beta branch wasn't. The beta branch did receive a patch, but then the public one got one more after that. So that ended up making the public branch now the latest version. Well, I don't know. Just putting it out there. How are you, Manzunza? Stevie Z, good morning, good evening, wherever you are again. I am basically, we're going to do something different. I have some time today, so I was doing the edit for the tactics show that you guys wanted. That's the simple one. And I had a goal for the what was it? The Magyar Sheik system, which was the brilliant goal that we all saw. And I thought, well, for me, I'd have to play the game just to get a few more. But I was thinking, why not do a stream, explain GAMBIT and explain Titan's Rush, two systems that can work, and plus play the game on the latest public branch. I know a few of you also have questions about in-game editor, so I'm going to do a few things at the top of the show and explain a lot of things. Hopefully, it helps you guys out. The in-game editor doesn't come with the game. You got to kind of purchase it if you want to. I mean, what does it do? I'll show you what it does. I mean, especially for people like me who like to experiment sometimes. Having said that, this version of the game is not good for experimentation. Yeah, because when you experiment, you want to go back and review the goals, right? Except the goals are being replayed at really slow speeds and there's no way to speed it up. And then when you want to analyze stuff, you want to look for stuff in the game like short maps, key pass maps. So you can analyze tactical systems and say, for a fact, this is what's happening. You can't. So from a tactics content creation point of view, it's more a case of, hey, I know this tactic works, go try it out. That's the best I can do. Of course, we could simulate it, but then again, match preparation plays a part. So how accurate are simulations right now? They're not very accurate. Ultimately, somebody who's created a tactic is going to tell you, go get the best players, and then any tactic works. So then it comes back to the same thing again. So so the best I can do right now is come up with some tactics that have been brilliant in some games. Like Magyar Sheik has been excellent. And then in the Borussia Mönchengladbach save, we actually create tactics, and they've been changing tactics every single game, and they're still top of the table. Yeah. So the version is a massive experiment. 26.06. Yeah, let's take a look at okay, I'm gonna just call up things, right? Okay, so let's get into the game. All right, so there is a public version. This is a public version of the game. I don't know if I can. Yeah, so if you look at this, right, it says 26.06.223.9350. Now, 26.06.223, the version number of the game is this number here, 22393. This is the public branch, okay? This is the beta branch, 2239111. The number is lower, right? I mean, if you came to the top of the show, you just see me comparing the two. The same, 2239350. So this is 9350, and this is 9111. So, from a developer's point of view, this version, which is the beta branch, is older than the version that's out there. And both of them have the same match engine number. So the match engine the match engine has seen 3 changes. The first one will be 26.02.1, then there will be 2, and then there'll be 3. So this is the third version of the match engine. Yeah, this is important to realize. Whenever people go and say things like, "Oh, the match engine has changed," they can't make changes to the match engine, because otherwise, what's going to happen is they'll screw up the internal workflow. So they have to give it a match engine number. So they may have changed certain things in the game, like in this, they could change data in the game, right? So some players might have different data points now. Some players might get maybe higher consistency, maybe a better attribute spread. This will happen here, right? But here, this will just translate what this is giving you. So this is important to realize. So don't go like, "Oh my God, it's a new match engine. I feel it. Yeah, no, it's called placebo. You see what you want to see." Okay. All right. Okay, so this is really important. Okay, so this is the third match engine. Here's the version number of the game, right? So this is the public branch. No, okay, let me go back. And this is the beta branch. So right now, if I go into the game and I come in here, and you go to detail level, and then you go, no, not detail level, sorry. You go into game status. Game status, you see details, you see it here. So I am playing now the latest version of the game, all right? Whew. Okay, second thing I want to show you guys. Okay, now some people have been going around wondering why is the editor so this thing. Now I want you to understand one thing. This game, if you've seen the pages, right, you will quickly come to realize this game is one big background and they overlay things to it. So this top bar is basically the background. So this plus you see this behind here? This gray area, that's the first page. That's the main page, right? So everything that appears on this is an overlay. Okay, so now once you understand that, you'll very quickly realize if you come here and hit the edit button, you get nothing except become unsackable, right? Okay, that's your manager contract. Now, if you go to any page here and click the same thing, you will get the broad effects for the squad, right? So like we are gone to squad, this is the broad things that we can do for the squad. So every time you go to any one of these, match day, again is the squad, right? So basically there are 3 levels for this. You can edit the club details, you can edit the general squad, that means maximize team cohesion, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, come in here, see that? Same thing, right? So this is the same. But when you go to individual players, and you see this bar, you see the button here, you see this little pen over in the right corner, that's to edit the player. So when you go in there, you can edit. Then when you click on this, is the attributes. If you click on this, is his contract. If you click on this, is his nickname, you want to give him one. Yeah. So this is basically the same layers and the same steps is in previous versions of the game. So for all of you who want to do experiments, this is how you navigate the in-game editor, if you want to navigate the in-game editor. So, okay, we made ourselves unsackable because we were going to be trying different tactics. So this is basically us trying out tactics, right? Okay. So we've got this Borussia Mönchengladbach safe, and these are the stuff that they have. And now we are going to... We're going to go and test this first tactic out, which is GAMBIT. Good day, Michael. How are you, man? Slot is already hitting on his way out. I think Slot should go. Because Slot is like so adamant about try. Look, he had a good... If Slot reverts back to the tactical system he used last season, he'll be fine. But at the moment, he's got a whole bunch of players who aren't playing really well as well. And there's the loss of confidence. Plus, what in the world was Virgil van Dijk thinking? Well, he got pushed and his arm automatically went up. His arm automatically went up before the push. I mean, I don't know. The players are all also playing like Muppets. The match against Eindhoven was terrible. Okay, so here we go. Let's load the tactics. I haven't loaded the tactics yet. So we got GAMBIT. Where's GAMBIT? I'm follow to... there we go. Gambit is over here. Then the second tactic, Titans Rush. Okay, so we got our tactics in here. We've got Gambit and we've got Titans Rush. And then I'm gonna explain these two tactics very quickly. So we clear the squad first. Okay, all right. So Gambit is actually a 4-3-3. Looks like and feel like some other mobile football manager game. But look, let's just face it. Again, I know the people are generally quite pissed off with this game. I don't blame them because the PC community was the original community this game was designed for. Now let's run the numbers. FM24 concurrent players who are still playing the game at this point last year was about 70,000 to 80,000. I mean, at about the same window. But as far as Football Manager is concerned, I checked the concurrent numbers this morning. You know, the times, the non-Europe times, right? It was 17,000 outside of UK. Very low numbers. Outside of UK, only 17,000 people are playing. And that includes areas in the east of the world, which is Asia, which is my domain. Okay, so places like Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, hardly anyone was playing the game. Right, so there's only 17,000 players east of basically time zones from about +8 GMT. Okay, now I tried to get numbers for the console, right? But those numbers are not publicly available. No one shares them. Apple holds on to them. Microsoft also holds on to them. But we have to understand also the way the model works. The model works off subscription. So they've already paid for Game Pass or they've already paid for Apple Arcade, and the game just comes in, you know. So that is basically that is more like the introduction to the game Football Manager. If you play the console version, it's a nice version of the game, except there's a limit to how many seasons you can play it. So and the target audience was going to be 5 hours. That was what Miles had said before. I mean, they're trying to convert the most players into a 5-hour player. But the problem is this, right? That was the situation on console players. Probably they must have done some numbers and they found that while they had like 20 million players playing it at one point last year, they had like 20 million players. That's a big number compared to like 1/2 million PC players. So there's a lot of players out there who are playing on other platforms. The issue with this is they have to try and make the game playable on all platforms. Okay, I know the argument, you should keep a separate branch for PC and console, but we also have to understand one thing. SI is not a big company, they're a small company. They're also a subsidiary of Sega, and Sega is a console developer. So I'm pretty sure that this was something that they might have been something that a bitter pill they have to swallow. I've been waiting for this day for like something like 10 years. The moment they went to Sega, some of us were going, this is it, man. Death knell. When are they going to move to the console? We've been waiting for years, no, and it's not happened. And it only happened this year. So they have to paint a picture where they have to make this game good on multiple platforms. So after the FM25 didn't show up, right? So when that didn't happen, they're going to suffer losses. I think in the region of, let's look at the numbers, right? It's about 40 million they made from PC sales, right? So that's a big number to lose. No? That's your head count. That's your wages for the year. That's your salaries for your staff. And I don't think 40 million will cover it. I think it's a lot more than that. And the licenses that you pay for. Then they went and negotiated all those other licenses. Now, those other licenses that were negotiated in 25 contingent upon the release of the game. Problem is, those licensee holders don't care whether what your status is with your game. You better deliver it. So where do you think the game has to go next? They have to go to the console. They have to make sure. So for me, from where I'm sitting, I've been in this shoe before, but not as a developer. But I've been given a target by stakeholders that are. There are different stakeholders in an organization, right? So you've got the customers and you've got the guys who run the company who are worried about the bottom line and the projected earnings of the future. Those guys don't care about. They want to make sure because they saw the numbers from the console. They saw a big number, right? Last year was a big number. I mean, come on, look at the sheer number of people that played the console version. Conservatively, we're talking 60-40 split. I mean, conservatively, I think it's closer to about 80-20. That means 20% PC and the rest is console or handheld. Now, the money they make from those versions is a one time, right? Subscription is a lower sum than the PC version, but because the volume is high, it's a big amount of money, right? So they had to make the console version go. And I played I haven't played the console version. I played the Apple Arcade version on the iPad. And I can tell you one thing: it's brilliant on the arcade. I mean, I remember playing Football Manager on the iPad before, and it was a terrible experience last time. I mean, it was terrible. Now it is brilliant. The issue now for SI is going to be twofold because they moved Football Manager a big chunk to the console, and console players generally are happier. No? Some of them are happier. I know a few are. The thing is, now there's a division in the console market too. The console market, there's some people in the console market that want it to have the same depth as the PC market. But the problem is there are a lot of PC players who went to the console market because they don't want the depth anymore. They just want to go through the game. So then you have now two camps really. Two groups of players that the game has to cater for. So they have to draw a line in the middle and come up with something that can work for both camps. It's not easy, but I also agree. Tiles was the only way to go. I would have said the same thing. I would say, yeah, the only way to go now is to go with tiles. At least tiles, they can drill into what they want to do. The problem for SI has always been, I think they had a game plan at the start with 25 and it failed miserably, and they had to do a quick switcheroo, and that quick switcheroo cost them a lot. And so what we are actually playing is a beta version of FM. To cut a long story short. Yeah, no, you don't have to buy iPad for FM. Yeah, today concurrent players only 17,000. 17 this morning. When I check the concurrent numbers, right? You can go to there's a website that you can go to. They will divide it up. Yeah. So I went and saw bloody concurrent on Steam. Steam. Because you can't get console numbers anyway. Yeah. So console numbers is just estimated guesses. But 17,000. Yeah. Small, okay. But that's PC. In Asia, they don't play PC. Most of them on console. So we don't know the numbers. It's not publicly available. Yeah, Arcade doesn't give it out. PlayStation don't give it out. Game Pass doesn't give it out. So we all can guess as much as we want, but it's not going to count for Jack. We can only see it from the final year results. Final year results we'll be able to tell. But based on the final year results last year, I can safely say they have to go for this, man. They have to go for this. The PC market is just a small dot in the ocean in Asia. It's a very small dot in the ocean. Yeah, so as I have to, for their own future survivability as a company, they have no choice. So what I mean, and it's a difficult position for them to be in. And it doesn't help when somebody in there is making promises like it's going to be a great game, and the next thing you know, I didn't like the version, whatever, consistency is another issue. All right, okay, anyway, enough. Let's not talk about the game. Okay, let's play the game. Big difference. All right, so Gambit is a 4-3-3. In possession, it'll play as a 4-3-3. Out of possession, it's also going to play a 4-3-3. Yeah, because I can say one thing for sure, right? In most of these tactics for Football Manager, you can play an out of possession, in possession system very safely, especially if it's bottom heavy. Now, Gambit is bottom heavy. It's got 4, 5, 6, 7 players in your half. So when the ball goes into a high block, these guys are still defending near the middle of the park. So this is actually a very good system for anybody who is new to the game. So this will be a great start. However, my out of possession is really unique because it looks for pressing in the center, and then it's got fullest tracking coming down. So when they track, what we're trying to create is a sandwich in the center. See, these guys are screening defensive midfielders, so we try and win the ball here. So you need players who can tackle, aggression, anticipation, concentration, sitting in the middle. You need work rate and fitness, anticipation, concentration, and stamina to be on the flanks. So these players have got to track up and down. When you win the ball back, it's pretty straightforward. We got 2 wide forwards playing off a centre forward in front. We got a channel midfielder trying to work the channels and support play here. An attacking midfielder is going to try and punch through the middle. We got DM anchoring a backline, there's a diamond pivot. Now, a diamond pivot for me in Football Manager is very simple, right? Diamond pivot is essentially a 3-man backline when you have possession of the ball, but it moves right and pivots like a pendulum towards the right side. So if I'm attacking down the right side, the fullback will join in the attack, and there will be a shift. You'll see you'll see two players on this side. One fullback might be here, the central defender will be here, and the other player will be here. This was essentially what Liverpool were playing last season. Not this tactic, but the pivot. Now, quite a number of teams play the pivot, including Atletico Madrid. So what they do is, the roles might change during a game. If they're more attacking, they go fullback. Sometimes they will be playing with inside fullbacks, which are the inverted fullbacks, or before they are a bit more defensive. But when I play some of those roles, I add forward runs. Here, we've got play instructions, like sit narrow car inside, but no forward runs, right? Because this guy is doing a lot of running, hard running. So this is an attacking flank, right? So I kept this guy in check. Then over on this side, we have a slight difference. Here, he makes more runs, cuts inside and sits narrow. Why? Because this libero is going to go up, or rather this ACB is going to go up. I wanted him to keep up. Because this could also change the game to an inside fullback if it's too risky. My advice is whenever you do something like that, you got to think along those lines. So this guy comes up, forms a 2. These guys are at the back. They're 3. This guy's the last man, so he has to have anticipation, concentration, jumping reach. Channel midfielder supports this guy. AM attacks this way so that the fullback who's coming in this way and the ACB is here, there'll be a stagger effect on this side of the pitch. Naturally, when we are playing the game, we also want these guys to do something like out of possession. We want them to do the split block for all 3 players in front. Okay, so out of possession, they're all doing split blocks. So that's a split block, the defensive side done. Now, in terms of possession of the ball, there's a slight difference for some of the roles. So he's locked into by wanting to dribble more, shoot less often. Here on this side of the pitch, he's also doing the same thing, dribble more, shoot less often. Here, the channel midfielder is also told to he's just got moved into channels because he's a channel midfielder. Out of possession, nothing, no tweaks. AM, again, nothing here. Okay, no tweaks. DM, no tweaks at all, right? Nothing to the DM. Fullbacks, we already saw them. The ACB and the ball playing defender, they're simple as, okay, right? So nothing new here. Okay, so that's the setup that we're going to use. And then now I'm just going to save the game quickly. talk things through already. Okay, if you're playing underlaps, right? So our team instructions, very straightforward. So all instructions, we're going to look at this. This is a very important instruction because we're using false fullbacks. Now, if you're using a ball-playing centre-back, 3 ball-playing centre-backs, right, in the back 5, and you have this instruction, your ball-playing centre-back actually pushes up. So you get a pendulum effect with a 3 centre-back formation. Not using the white centre-back, but the ball-playing centre-back, which is what the strikerless system is like. So this will encourage these guys to move up, and to some extent even him. Okay. Then team instructions in possession. Okay, so the other instructions, tempo, I might change this during the game. I usually do. I always start very high, but I always settle onto okay, what we'll do is just go to higher, and then we'll do that later. Progress to Franks, this focus play. You want players to move to the side of the focus. The underlap is going to make sure that the players, right, the widest player checks the ball looking for inside runs. We've got AM doing an inside run, we've got channel midfielder doing inside run. Okay, then we've got out of possession, we stop crosses. Our defensive line is a mid block, and that's it. Defensive line behavior is just standard, right? There's no offside trap. And then here, we also have no prevention of goalkeeper distribution. So that's something to bear in mind. All right, so those are your team instructions. Have you noticed if the ball-playing centre-back is a bit more adventurous in the system? Mine goes up and leaves me vulnerable. Yeah, you can. I mean, if you find that is what I normally do when my ball-playing centre-back goes up, I turn this guy into an inverted inside fullback. Yeah, if you're very uncomfortable, I like it. No, I like the chaos it can create. And of course, it leaves me very vulnerable defensively. But if my recommendation, I think I will just make sure that your tactic has it like that. Mine is actually... There are several ways to play this, right? You can even play like this, inside fullbacks. But what you will do with them is give them forward runs. So they position slightly higher up the pitch, right? This can also work. There's nothing wrong with this role. This role is a very good role. And then what you have is three guys, you're playing like a back three. So what happens is when you do something like this, you're asking it to make more forward runs. On the right here, you come in here, you give him more forward runs too. So they will just position themselves up. But I'm going to start like this first, and then we'll see how it goes because we want to see the transitions. So quick pick. So we got Reed, Stoger. I don't know whether they can play this system. Yeah, we just positive. We just optimistic about our players. We'll put Biblia here. Oh God, he can't play that position. We got to put Stoger back. I actually pay attention to the CA because it's a really quick way to tell if your players can handle the system. We'll play this guy up here. Or we play Kleindates. Okay, all right. Who else have we got? That's it. Who's this? Ubrick. I mean, it's okay. Jan Ubrick. What? Herman. I mean, so far, Elvedi, Friedrich is okay. All right. Then Scaly, Ulrich. Okay, we'll just go with this. I'm not going to make too many changes. Yeah, we're just going to go with the flow. Neuhaus, I like him. So we'll just put him on the bench somewhere where we can turn to him in case of break last time. Neuhaus, and he's got 11. Stoger is basically a 10, but he's got better mentals. So we're just going to try that out. Okay, so here we go. The pivot system is my favorite. Yeah, the pivot, right? You can do the safe way to do the pivot is this: inside fullback, ball playing centre back, at libero or advanced centre back. That's the safest, right? The more aggressive one is what I'm doing. That is the one when you're chasing, like say you're pushing for goals, you're desperate. This is what you do. So I'm gone desperate straight away. This will be fun. All right, anyway, we're using the latest game version, right? So the latest game version is on the public track. So I don't know, because I noticed I was having vision problems with this game. So we got Hebara, Roth. I will occasionally switch you back to the 2D. I like 3D actually, yeah. So defensively, we're still trying. Nobody is doing anything, man. No, oh, that was a gather, easy. Nothing to panic. Okay, we'll just, oi, what's this? You see this is a public version, right? So you can see all these stats, momentum. I honestly don't understand why this is here. Okay, really, I don't know. For me, right, I'm watching the game, right? If you put this, I don't need this. Okay, seriously, this is like sad. Okay, all right, so we got the ball. Okay, Scally with the ball. So let's go to, I'll just show you guys 2D right now, very quickly, right? So build out, look at this, right? Now we are 4. So he goes forward, look at what happens, right? So this guy is shifting and he's an advanced center back. So he's going to go up. Now we got the beginnings of the pivot. See how he's slowly shifting to the left? There we go. Now we got our pivot, right? This is why I say, if you are worried that this is too much for you, then go inside fullback. Right, like right now, we are being tested by this team. So I could go in and go like, okay, I don't like how this is looking in the first couple of minutes. And I go, okay, we'll go inside fullback. Remember, out of possession is fine. Out of possession, we just want them to be fullbacks, right? So it's okay. You know why I did inside fullback? Okay. Why didn't I go and change the fullback? It makes sense that during attack, I have inside fullback, right? Fullback. And then when I'm defending, it's inside fullback. Why is my defensive role a fullback and my attacking role more defensive than my in possession role, right? So essentially, the reason why that is the case is because when I'm attacking, he won't be committing himself so far forward. So when I have to recover, he doesn't have far to go. But if I play a fullback, he's going to be really high if we fail to transition very well, right? So then he drops back a bit more deeper. But defensively, they'll still be playing like fullbacks. So it's okay. And so it's given the system some stability. Yeah, so now we look at ourselves. But it does affect me going forward. Yeah, so that's something I don't like. And the other thing is when I see like a back 5, like I suspect this is a back 5, I change the roles. Wide forward will immediately change to wingers. Yeah. So now let's look at that, right? So now they get the ball. They get the ball from the keeper. They're gonna cycle possession of the ball, and that's exciting highlight. Okay, I no choice. I get vision problems nowadays. Yeah, when I play these games, I got to drop it down all the way to 4x if we're gonna see this. So defensively, okay. Yeah, we want the ball back. Fullback is fine. Okay, all right. So that was quick. I went in there, saw that fullback. So I'm gonna go back to this guy being a fullback, and this guy going to be a fullback. Yep. Defensively, we're fine. It's just that period of time where they're attacking us. They're also using a 4-3-3. Both of us are 4-3-3 systems. Yep. It's the better 4-3-3 is going to win the day, you know. So we're putting pressure. You can see the pressure is quite high. We're still in our 4-3-3. The shape is pretty okay. And they're defending it quite well. I mean, we stopped them in their tracks here. Do you notice what they are doing? They've got 3 at the back. No? Look at these guys up here. So they've got number 4. This is a defender. Number 14 is here. That's another central defender. And their 11 is here. And this guy, number 8 is here. Watch this. And number 15 is here. So look at this. Look at the shape. This is not fullback, defender, fullback. Yeah, number 4, where did number 4 go? Number 4 is the last man. 15 is inside fullback or a playmaking fullback. In this case, I think he's a playmaking fullback. They're playing him as a playmaking fullback. This is a playmaking fullback. All right. So what has happened is we got a playmaking fullback here. All right. So what I'm going to do with my tactic right now is I'm going to turn this guy into a winger. He's a playmaking fullback. So he is trying to get into this position. Means he's got a lot of territory to cover when they lose the ball, right? Okay, so their 15 is here. This guy is here. This guy is here. 18 has come inside. Look at this. This is another playmaking fullback. So they might have 2 playmaking fullbacks. No? Yeah, both sides. So we're going to stretch the defense a bit. And I'm going to just change these roles both to wingers now. Yeah, they're both playmaking fullbacks. They got an extra man in midfield, no? Yeah. It's very interesting. So I'm going to stretch them when they lose the ball. I'm going to have to play on a very high tempo now. I got to change the tempo to very maximum tempo. Yeah, because they go in, right? So I want to stretch their back line. Yeah, because these guys are definitely playmaking fullbacks. Playmaking wingbacks rather. So we're going to come in here, change the team instructions to team shape. Let's go. Oh yeah, team instructions again. I mean, all instructions. Tempo, very high. Okay. The problem is I have false fullbacks. False fullbacks are basically running towards them. Yeah. But let's just keep the wingers. And remember that we have got trigger more and hard tackle on their fullbacks. So the OI is on them. So when they get the ball, they are already under pressure from our team. They're tight marked. You see what has happened? They can't really get it to the playmaking wingback. All we got to do now on the 11 is tight mark him. I'm going to tight mark the winger and this winger. So because we have 2 pressing centre backs in the centre, right? Yeah, so we're going to try and make it slightly harder for them to find their way to the guys on the flanks. See, their wing backs are in. So there's no like funnel play, no. They're funneling play towards the center. They're trying to funnel play towards the center, but I'm going to take over the center now. Yeah. We got, that's a corner. Yeah, I had to tight marking the winger so they when they end up in the zone, somebody's going to be on them quickly. Okay, good work. Good work. Okay, this is interesting, no? Right? I'm just watching this, right? So, okay, we've done the changes. Now I'm going to just go back up to here and we're watching the key highlights. So this is how you can handle key highlights, right? Without you, oh my, there's not enough time for the highlight. Yeah, you got plenty of time. Just slow the game down. Just watch this. And then now we're going to see chances created, right? Okay, so both teams, 0.3 XG was Schaefer. Okay, that means he had a very good chance. We only have one, so we didn't have much. So Schaefer is playing where? He's playing here. So they managed to find him with a pass. But okay, since then, nothing much, I hope. Remember, we have Borussia Mönchengladbach. We were supposed to be in the bottom half of the table, but we are top of the table after changing tactics in every single game. So this is, oh, you sweet thing, you. Haha, it worked. Yep. Now they're having a slight problem getting the ball to them. Okay, we got the defensive side right. Now we just have to make sure that you can score goals. Because they've been controlling the game. We have to stop their control. And Stoger is in. Stoger shoots. It's over. Okay, so watching it on 2D because 2D gives us a better indication for a while. All right, so now we go back to broadcast. Okay, putting some pressure on them. I like 2D, because I can use my imagination, not get affected. Oh, you sweet thing, you. Yep, they're getting into trouble now. It's working. Okay, here comes Hawk. Feed Stoger. Stoger squares it. Boom! We get our first goal. They were in the ascendancy the whole game. We made a few tactical tweaks based on the system that they were using. We went in there. They were using playmaking wing gaps. We shut them down. They were trying to get the ball to their wingers. We started type marking them. In the end, their attack fell apart. Does your Moneyball app? No, it doesn't work. Zimnanigans. It can't work because we can't export the data. Okay, so we got the goal. Now, question is, do we change anything? I don't think we should. We should just stick to what we're doing. And we're doing it quite well. So that they got the ball. But every time the playmaking wingback gets the ball, they're in trouble. Okay, very nice. One tactical tweak. Wow. Ooh, that was good. That was a good. That was good. Okay, I'm a bit nervous. Our shooting has not been good, so we just throw the boot at them and become angry. Okay, that's it. When in doubt, just throw the boot. I wish they would add the bird's perspective camera into the match engine from the beginning of the game intro. Or the top view, right? That's nice, no? It's nice. Is it possible? I played 3. Okay, Iron Robin. You have that pivot system is without my doubt my favorite creation of yours. I'm glad you like it, man. I played 3 attacking midfielders out of possession against back 3. Seems right that they can't get up most of the time. You are 3 attacking midfielders in the center destroys a lot of formations because their DMs can't pass the ball to them. You're right. Right approach. Is it possible to create a defense first type attack? I'm struggling to make defense work. You can do that, definitely. You can start with a mid block and then use the same formation in and out of possession. Start with a 4-4-2 DM and go from there. You can definitely do a defense first approach in this game. I wish they would add. Okay, I read that. I seem to have perfected the defense purely based on the height of my defenders plus the pace determining the line strategy. Yep, that can work too if you know your defenders. That can be quite easy. Yeah. That is definitely a valid attempt. Everybody does that. Yeah, we look at our defenders and then judge. Okay, rights back to Honorat. No, he couldn't do much. Now we just worry about what they are going to do. So I mean, we could look at their formation, but I don't want to do that because they're not rarely going to change the formation. They change roles and duties. So what we'll do now is I'm just going to drop this all the way down because it's a 1-0 lead. Yeah. So I want to see, the only way I can tell, the AI does change roles and duties. Yeah, it could change the roles. And then if they bring in they start playing fullbacks, then I'm going to have to remove the type marking on the wingers. Because the wingers are only being type marked because they're trying to play the ball out to the wingers. So I've shut their wingers supply line down already. So this is what I mean by my pivot. See that? See, there was a manager, right, a couple of years ago, a Brazilian manager, who was talking about the one defender system and getting the goalkeeper to come up to be part of the back four. What have we done now, Football Manager? This is what he was after. And I was asking for this to be part of the match engine for many years. Essentially get the goalkeeper to come up while we're recycling possession of the ball, allowing us to have the extra man. And now it's possible. So when people talk about how bad the match engine is, and this was not even a thing in Football Manager 24. So for this alone, right, I'm like very impressed with SI because I'm very happy that they got this in. So he runs quickly back. Then he comes up again, becomes another man. Then he becomes another passing option. So I am very comfortable with playing this diamond pivot. So this is a diamond pivot in Football Manager. So you get this tree and you get the DM here. And then you got a libero, the advanced centre back. And we will always have the extra man wherever we try and transition the ball. So we get an extra man in every part of the pitch. So that was 0.7 xg. So Kleindienst has got quite a few chances and 0.9. So that's I'm not too happy with that. No? Only Kleindienst is the one getting all the goal scoring chances. So looking at the defense so far, they are still playing wing backs. Yeah, they still got their playmaking wing backs there. I mean, if you wanted to, what you could do with a 4-3-3 when it's like this, right? You could actually go into 4-4-2 as well. Yeah, you can change it. But I like to play. I mean, my advice to most people when you're playing Football Manager is find an OOP shape you like and stick with it for all your tactics. Yeah. He got through. I mean, I'm actually watching. There's no like key highlights. There's some transitions that are absolutely nice to see, you know. I don't believe Football Manager 26, most of us are going to spend our game time watching a small little screen that cannot be blown up. It's going quite slow, but yeah, we're still using 2. So what I'm going to do is speed things up. They're definitely attacking me a lot more. Okay. And I have to take my eye away from the screen at this point. That's the sad thing. So if I see a mistake, I won't be able to know what caused it. Yeah. We can watch it on extended, I guess. Yeah. So far, there we go. Shut them down on the flanks, baby. So that's why I use stop cross a lot now in Football Manager. Stop cross is a good instruction, but it depends on the system you're playing against as well. But if I was a 4-2-3-1 against a 4-3-3, then I would not use stop cross because they have the extra men. So they're going and then whoa again. We stopped him from running the ball, man. What a ball to Hovan on a run. Crosses the ball into the area, and here comes Ulrich. His shot is high. So far, so good. We've been preventing them. So you can see how high up the pitch we are. But we're playing a mid block. No aggressive high block. This is, they played, oh no. Good defending and over the top. We are playing with tracking wingers. So what I'm going to do now,
turn on the mic, you're muted.
Sorry. Okay, I'm about to panic. I was just saying. Okay, the tracking winger in this tactic is principally a more defensive role, right? Okay. Now, when I'm using a tracking winger, he's much more defensive. So I just changed it to a winger. Now, a winger is going to be like a 50-50 role. No? He's going to attack and defend most of the time. But tracking winger tries to get back. But you see, notice, right? When they play out from the back, they just go right past me. And prevent short distribution does not really work on Football Manager, right? So I noticed that with our top heavy systems, most tactics is better just not to use it. Yeah. We lose the ball there. So far, defensively okay, but now we got track. Now we're using wingers. What's going to happen? The wingers have left their positions. Yeah, so track. Yeah, they left their positions. We got to go back to tracking wingers. They left their positions. They are running inside now because of their PI. Their PI was very clear. No? It's like whenever a person turns right, you go after him. Now you see where he is. He used to be on the flanks. Now he's all the way here. So we've opened up space for them to pass the ball, which was a big mistake from me. So I was right not to use. I'm in trouble, man. That's why key highlights, right? If I make one mistake, I pay, you know. Oh my God. I just realized I made a terrible boo-boo. Wow. That's the difference, right? Okay, they come back to tracking wingers. Man, I hate it when I'm right, no. Okay. Okay, now he's going to be a tracking winger. So he's going to stay on the flanks. There we go. He's helped to now they're helping to defend. Yeah, idiot. Talgit. Why? Sometimes, no. Sometimes, I show you the difference, right? Then you all can learn from my errors also. That's why we stream, okay? All right. Okay, we're going to have to make changes, man. I got no other options. Machino is what? Machino is 13. What is this guy? This guy is not very punchy through the middle. But you can bring Biblia on for a hack. Okay. Machino on for this guy. I don't know. I just downgraded the quality of the players. Oh my goodness. What a mistake, man. But it's a good mistake for you all to see. Yeah? Wings can be tricky, but you gotta know. The difference is the tracking winger and the winger role. Because the tracking winger is really good in defensive systems. What I had planned was only the pressing center back is going to be doing all the hard work in the center, right? And it was working really well until I asked him to become a winger. Now when he's a tracking winger, we don't get penetrator on the flanks anymore. So this game is really straightforward. No, if you get the roles wrong, you're in trouble. So my advice to most people is understand how the roles move, and you're done. Okay. Oh my God, what a cross! The wingers left the center, so the wingers moved to the center. So that what happened was my wingers started to move to the center. When they moved to the center, they were not helping to track the threat like he's doing right now. So others were coming back. So the winger now is in the right position. So he is in a good position to help us defend the flanks. Earlier, the winger was getting involved with the guys in the center as well. So when he started getting involved with the guys in the center, where we are using a pressing center back, it opened up the flanks. My whole plan was to shut the flanks down. Now I've got back my control of the game, but it's not ideal. They're still using playmaking wingbacks. Okay, they haven't changed their roles yet, so we still have a chance. Okay, all right. What we're gonna do now is we've got a few minutes. The Kleindites has had a few chances. We're gonna bring on Lobinger. And in possession, I'm going to change him straight away to a target forward. Okay. And we're going to come in here. I want to cross aim. Target forward. You know why I got cross aim instructions here? Yeah, to the opposite flank, because I was using wide forwards before, right? So everybody is now... Oops. Target forward. Okay, done. And we're going to go mentality attacking. And then team instructions. I don't know where it's here. In possession. Crossing star, passing to spaces there. Okay, done. Okay, now we're gonna ask everybody to get involved. Okay, I want to win. Yeah, come in here. You also take part in the go up the pitch. Except this time we're gonna ask you. Oh, he's a channel midfielder, so we want that. Okay, so here, wide forward, turn you into a fullback, but you don't hold position. That's the thing. Yeah, we know you won't. Okay, so target forward, target forward. This guy's running. This guy's running. This guy is attacking the center. This guy is going to go wide. This guy is coming this way. Okay. All right. Let's go. We don't have much time. 8 minutes. See whether we can get a result. And they're a man down, right? Come on. Get there. Boom. Nice. Out. Yeah, pressing winger and fullback and tracking winger works well. Yeah, but the thing is, you can also use stop cross. But tracking winger is just too defensive for me. A lot of my tactics don't use tracking wingers. This is the only tactic that uses tracking wingers. Only one. Most of my other tactics use wingers. This is the only one I have with tracking wingers. So I gave you all when I created the tactics for you guys, there are different varieties of tactics. Okay, let's this one. So out of possession, we're going to go high block, high press, defensive line. Okay, all right, let's go. Defended. Biblia gave away the ball. He ran all the way back, won the ball, and then gave it back. Nowhere shows that. Yeah, I don't think they have a red card. Sometimes red cards don't happen. It's for show only. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, they got 8 players here. All right, let's go to the 2D. 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They had a red card. The guy didn't leave the pitch. There's a bug. AI cheats. And they get a penalty. Oh my God. They had a red card. The player's still on the pitch and they got a penalty. It's a bug. Yeah. Very rare bug, no. I don't know whether I should send it to SI. Let the whole community, get pissed off. 10 players, you can count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They got 11 players on the pitch. They had a red card. Oh, God. Come on, Reeds. Go. We got a chance. You're on your own. We are famous for our counter goals from corners. Come on, let's go. Biblia. Oh, they tested the keeper. I didn't miss the penalty. They missed the penalty. They got a penalty. Yeah, the AI missed the penalty. Yeah, that's it. We are all over the AI now. Okay. At least we didn't lose the game. Yeah. See, they had a red card. No, bloody hell. Now the match stats also don't show it. There was a graph that went up right just now, match event. But I think the thing is that they flash a red card, or VAR say it's not a red card. Maybe that's the case. And they let the player play on. Must have been. They must have called it back. We didn't see the commentary. We still have time on the clock, man. And we're looking to score a goal. Machino now with the ball. Puts it into the area. Ouch. Yeah, I think VAR gave VAR pulled the penalty red card back. Because we're not really paying attention to the script, right? I wasn't paying attention to the commentary. So I'm just assuming. Or it could be a yellow, but it could be a bug. You don't know. I'm not about to review the game. That's the thing. I'm not reviewing this game. Yeah. Because there's an odd thing about this game. But we'll look at the match report. Okay, Stoger. Nice ball to Lobiger. Gets it first. Okay, what can he do? Holds up the ball. He's a target forward. Sets up. Machino. It's a header. SI inclusive, non-discriminatory policy allow play to continue. Not. Yeah, maybe. It could have. It may not have been a bug too. Yeah, we don't know yet. I didn't see the commentary. Or game might crash. It's one of the following things. But let's see what it says. What the match report says. Match report doesn't say put up point or red card. There's no match event that says red card. But having said that, there's no match event that says yellow cards either. Right. They only got yellow card. Yeah. Only 2 yellow cards. So even if I send the thing into SI, they'll say no, there are only 2 yellow cards. Yeah. So there was no sending off. It must have been called back. Must have been called back. Okay. All right. Enter whatever. Finalize. We're only here for 1 season, so you can have whatever you want. You can ask for the moon, the sky, the sun. Okay. Next game. Still same tactic. We're not going to change it. We're going to play Gambit for a few, two games at least. Oh, we're playing Bayern Munich. Oh, this is going to be the ultimate test for Gambit. Gambit is being pushed into the corner. Has to perform. Okay, all right. Shift. Oh no, I want to go holiday. I wanted to go holiday. It's shift spacebar. Right? Okay, next match. Was it Ronaldo? I think so. I think the Ronaldo event is in the game already. Yeah, they just included it as a feature for Football Manager 26. The guy gets a red card and they ignore it and go like, no, it wasn't a red. I didn't know that was a you colorblind. You got something wrong with the eyes. Yeah, it's not a red card. Okay, we got Bayern now. We're gonna keep the same players because apparently these are the only players we have who can play this system. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope you get better. I hope you have better players. Okay, all right. We gotta play again now. I'm gonna go balance, same, right? And this time we're still gonna counter press. No, counter press will be standard. Okay, we're gonna play the mid block, and we're using tracking wingers. Let's go. Bayern should be an easy game for Mönchengladbach. Or rather, Mönchengladbach should be an easy prey for Bayern. Oh, wait, last night, Bayern really fell apart against Arsenal. Yeah. And then Liverpool were no-show against PSV Eindhoven. I have said it. Okay, this tactical system that Arne Slot is using is going to be the death knell for him. It's going to be a death knell for them. I already predicted it. It's a game set match for them. They don't change the tactical system. All right, so using a 4-2-4. Interesting. We might... we already beaten Bayern this season. Borussia Mönchengladbach is like, I think we've beaten Bayern. Yeah. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I like to think that we beat Bayern because, I live in that world. I remember the ref showed yellow on screen next. The player name was red card. On screen next, the player name was red card. Really? The ref showed yellow. Okay. All right, that's enough. That means it's... Mönchengladbach have got a fantastic record against Bayern. Yeah. They're playing good defending from our team. That was excellent defending. Look at the boy come back, man. We're playing a mid-block. We are playing a mid-block, yeah. I think so. Could have changed it to low block without me knowing. I just know I play on balance, that's all. I'm inclined dides. Okay, that's it. We're going to have to make a slight change to this role. Okay, he's too static. So we're going to ask him to become a channel forward. Yeah, we got wide forwards, and a channel forward. Okay. This should be better. Because now he's going to run wide and that will create the space for the wide forwards. Much better, actually. The dynamic will be better in attack. Cleanest! All woodwork! No, I can't eke out the goal, baby. I was going to use sound effects just to score the goal. Baby, the first real chance falling to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Kleindienst. Neuer. Neuer was fantastic. Yeah, I made it. Yeah. No, like, last night, you know who was the best player on Champions League night? Virgil van Dijk, because he was saluting all the fans. And they give up penalty. For no rhyme or reason, Van Dijk put his hand up, no? Like, hey, I need to leave the club for another club. Who wants to take me? Oh, shit. Sorry. There's a penalty. My bad. And the best part, Virgil van Dijk actually looked like, hey, really? No, that wasn't a penalty. He pushed me. The guy didn't push him. Oh, man. They were like, oh, terrible, Liverpool. Liverpool was so bad yesterday. Okay. Look. We don't. I could go low cross, but then inviting this team. So let's just do low cross. I invite trouble. Okay, let's go low cross. All instruction. Yeah, baby, we're going low cross against Bayern Munich. What? You mad or what? Yeah. We're going low cross. Floated low and no more. Discourage long shot. Patience. All we need is just a little patience. Work ball, little box. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, pass into space. No more. Okay, and let's do this, baby. Let's do this. Let's go for it. Oh, there's a bit of ambition coming from Borussia Mönchengladbach. As a manager tells his players to do something more, if you feel like Premier League is becoming like the 2007s, I don't know, man. For me, it's like, for Liverpool, I don't know, man. Liverpool looking a bit jaded. Jaded is the wrong word for the use of Liverpool. He's just a manager. Yeah. Arne Slot suddenly forgot his tactics playbook. Lost it on the way. They went to UAE for holiday, right? So he probably left the playbook in UAE. Came back with Tottenham Hotspur's playbook. Or Manchester United's playbook. He went there. He left the playbook. He got brought by Ruben Amorim's playbook. No, the one he was working on, it didn't work, right? He left it there. Then they were like, hey, I took back the playbook. Looks like mine anyway. Then he takes it back there. Now you see what's happened to Ruben Amorim. They're playing really well. Liverpool are screwing up. Definitely. Or else they must have gone to the wrong motivational expert. Bloody hell, too much. I think ETH and Arne Slot probably shared notes. Arne Slot called ETH. What do you think of my tactic? ETH, I think so. I think it's a good tactic. You should try this next season. Your players can do it. No worries. What was that? The system I knew, my system would have worked. It was just my players were shite. I tell you that this, if you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, you do this, you win everything. Guaranteed. Arne Slot believed him. ETH was just trying to, use his network to sell players to Liverpool. I feel it's a kind of physical, even though they were quality at least once. Yeah, all teams are now very physical. Yeah, all teams are very physical. It's a thing. The whole world is becoming physical. I mean, when you got Donald Trump as the president of the USA, the whole world is going physical, including football and sports. Yeah. Oh, look at them. Bayern go, man. Look at them trying to break my defensive line down. They're still trying. I know what happened with Liverpool. There's no competition with DC Rose since Kwanzaa left. They have no prospect coming with Leone injury. Yeah, it's true. That's a big reason why. Correct. And Konate has to play even when he's not 100% fit. And Virgil van Dijk needs the day off to go to Ibiza, and he can't do it now. Yeah. Liverpool are just shocking. It's shocking what's happened to Liverpool. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna speed the bottom up so I don't have to look at it anymore. Okay, I can talk to you guys. Complacency and tiredness, I don't think is all that's wrong with Liverpool. I think the tactical system has got a big part to play in it. Liverpool's tactical system is just shambolic. They play 2-4-4 in possession. Have you seen them play? They play terribly, now. It's like, They're very, very, they lost the plot. They used to be a bit more conservative last season. I guess there's so many things wrong with Liverpool right now. The need to fit Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz into the same system, along with Iketike up top. And then the most consistent player so far is Soboslai. That says a lot for this system. Even Gravenberg is having a terrible time. Yeah, Soboslai is like, in my opinion, right, Liverpool should just tell Florian Wirtz, actually, shut up, sit down, you smoke, you just drink a peace pipe somewhere. Then Liverpool should have also gotten another defender. The problem is Liverpool didn't think along those lines. Yeah. DM defender, no. Somebody in the transfer department, read one too many ETH books. Yeah. Hey, look, seriously, I like Antonio Conte, I really do. I like Antonio Conte as a manager. But my favorite manager, so guys, we scored a goal. Ladies and gentlemen, we scored a goal with GAMBIT, and all the GAMBIT did was become a bit more balanced in mentality. Of course, it's my trademark short corner routine. That is not a short. Hey, they're not playing trademark short corner routine. They're doing something different now. Yeah, there's one of my. It's. I think this is the routine that I have saved on the Dropbox folder. Right, it's called the FM26 collection. Right, there's got a short corner routine and a near post routine. Yeah. Okay, come on. Friedrich. Oh, to Reeds. Okay, we have the extra man against their midfield too. Do you know that? Yeah, that's why I like this. I'm happy we're playing against a 4-2-4. We just don't have to lose the ball. Yeah, that's why I got pass into space. We don't need to. We just have to run at this defense. Okay, in. Oh, and there we go. Our fullback. That's why I like the diamond pivot. Look at this. This is what I mean by the diamond pivot. Okay. Now, the reason why this is tactic is a diamond pivot. You have to just track back 10 seconds, right? So we go back 10 seconds. When we are attacking, this is what I wanted to see. So we go like this, right? So this is the defender. There was a bit of us losing the ball. Then we win the ball back. You see where this guy is positioned, fullback, right? So he gets the thing. We still in the shape, no? Skelly. So he pushes up, right? He doesn't. I noticed this about Football Manager. This is the reason why I picked the fullback role. You can also get the same effect, the inverted inside fullback as well. The difference between the inside fullback and the fullback is the inside fullback won't make the run. But if you want the fullback to make the run, that's what you do. So you choose a fullback. Or you play inside fullback with forward runs. Which we can do now, since seeing that we have a goal lead. Oh, Reeds, come on. Now you see they run back, fullbacks. Brilliant. We go back into our 4-5-1 setup. Okay, goes in and goes right through the middle. The goalkeeper comes out, sweeps the danger out. Yeah, Antonio Conte is a perfect manager for a transition for top clubs. Win a trophy, get sacked, the clubs from there never look back. Also think this, TA was great on the ball. He knew when to hold it for a moment, when to rush. Now it's a continuous rush. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. No, I mean, what I liked about Trent Alexander-Arnold was his ability to hold on to the ball and play a pass release pressure on the team. Now, their definition of release pressure on the team is try and dribble and get away from the other players, which is kind of stupid. Because nobody is doing deep diagonals at the moment, this Liverpool team. Nobody's playing that defense splitting, sideways pass. Because Arne Slot actually is trademark short passes to run up the pitch. That's his trademark. And I think one of the reasons why TA left Liverpool was probably because he didn't want him to play like that anymore. I suspect that to be the case too. Yeah. So while people knock TA for leaving the club, you have to think about how he's playing the system now. Hey, Livdo Prof, I'm doing well, man. We are 1-0 ahead of Bayern using GAMBIT. And Bayern have... they've had their chances. We know they are a tough team. We are a tough team ourselves. Hack to Stoger. Now we got extra man. Come on, Stoger. Don't do... okay, I like Stoger's aggression. Because if he loses, the boy is going to fight to win it back. This is a wide forward. He's going to get behind the lines. And then Engelhardt, back to Honorat. Puts it into the area. Stanis. Lulrik. It's not going to be going in. Can we watch it on 3D? Okay, please. 3D is much nicer. I only do that to show you guys the whatchamacallit? What's that thing called? The 2D, the relation, the bloody things, the dots, how far away they are from each other. Then I got to see this thing again now. SI, can you give me pitch tilt so I don't have to look at the screen because it affects my eyes? Think that SI would Given us options. Is it the lighting? Gamma a bit lower. Can I have the option to adjust gamma settings for games, please? I mean, I know the world is getting hotter, but the game doesn't have to get hotter along with the world, right? Let's all imagine the world is a bit overcast. Yeah. If you're gonna make them look this hot, you might as well make them sweat on the pitch. Okay, like, no, go for water breaks. It looks like the world is coming to an end. No, why does it have to be so damn bright? Oi, we only 1-0 ahead, is it? I don't like what I saw from all of you. Come here, you bloody muppets! I'm furious with you. Get out there and show me what you're worth. This manager cannot accept. I mean, any other manager, Borussia Mönchengladbach leading by 1-0 go. Boys, keep it up, keep it up. Me, I'm going there. You bloody muppets, you should be 2 goals ahead. I'm hot. I want to leave the stadium now. To be honest, Nunes would be perfect fit for the curse. Actually, I will agree with you, say loudly. The way Liverpool are playing, any person looks good in the team, including Darwin Nunes. Because Darwin Nunes, one thing I miss about Darwin Nunes was his desire to pick a fight with somebody. Because he's always running hard at defenders. You know, he's always leaving his heart on the pitch. I can't say the same for some of the other players right now, the way they're playing. I mean, Virgil van Dijk is putting up his hand in the middle of a game, looking for, asking to be transferred out of the club. What kind of players do we have right now, man? On the right, keep playing the ball. He's on the ground. Yeah. I'm not into this sportsman-like conduct. Okay, hey, now you can play the ball out. Okay, hey, we win the ball back. Who says defending is poor? Like, rewind action for you guys to watch, huh? Okay, let's watch, huh? Okay, here we got the ball on a run, the honorary. He passes to the rights, gets the ball, then loses the ball, then look at what he does. Come here. Harry Kane, he stripped the ball from Harry Kane. Oh my God, Harry Kane, you poor thing, you. Rights can't get a header. Oh yeah, on a run. First time did. Oh, here comes Harry Kane. He's been stripped. Now what does Harry Kane do? Hey, you got an injured player on the ground. What, you think we're going to score a goal, is it? He's still on the ground. Play it out, lah. Okay. Oh my God. 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2. My save video is going well. Yeah, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2 is one of the best combinations in the game right now. Yeah. 4-3-3 is a very good formation for people who are new to the game. If you're new to the game, I advise you play 4-3-3. And you play the same formation in and out. That's it. You can't go wrong. It's quite easy. But my combination here, Gambit, is a bit more challenging for most people. They won't. If you don't know why this is set up like that, you might run into trouble if you start changing roles. Tracking wingers are very good to protect the flanks. Pressing centre midfielders will apply pressure to the centre, right? And then the screening guy will help to protect the two. So this is a really simple system where we're playing narrow. We want to bone crunch the centre. And then, when we win the ball back, in possession, we got wide forwards trying to get behind them. So that's it. We changed it to a channel midfield, channel forward, because I want to get behind the line. Yeah, 4-2-3-1 is excellent. Yeah, don't stop using it. Yeah, 4-2-3-1, 4-4. Okay, the best systems are 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. The 3-4, 5-2-2-1 is also very strong. So quite a number of good systems. Don't be rooted into thinking there's only one way to play. I've got a very good 5-2-2-1 also. So I play whatever I feel like playing on the day. Because this is, after all, Tactics Manager, not Football Manager. Tactics Manager played in blistering heat. You can't see the ball sometimes, so it's so bright. So yeah. Here you go. Then you lose the ball in the sunshine. Seriously, this is like playing full time. Hey, let me try something. Yeah? I complain. Let's go to low. It's still the same thing. Look, now it's jerky, man. Ugh. Because the shadows got whacked. So we got a high. No, it's still bad. It's still bright. Bright sunshiny day. Here goes Olise. Oh, taken off. Flag was offside. I have a dream. Marcus, do you think this is the last time Liverpool should buy any players from Newcastle? I think it's the last time we should bring any coach from Holland. What are you talking about players? Players is fine. We should stop looking at the Dutch as being the solution to everything here, man. But all, you stop the Dutch, okay? You don't stop at Holland. Stop at the Dutch team, huh? Okay. I have a dream. Antonio Conte manages Barcelona. Massimiliano Allegri manages Real Madrid. Of course, Simeone manages. Simeone is one of the legends. He's one of the greatest. What role do you use with the two behind the striker? Hold on. Let me see what he's doing. Oi! Look at the channel forward. This is a channel forward, right? This is one of the reasons why channel forwards are so underrated. Very underrated. Okay, when you play a channel forward, the channel forward is going to run into these kind of spaces. When he runs into these kind of spaces, what do you think is going to happen? Somebody has to attack the center, right? So we go wide forward and wide forward. Coming into the center. Now the defenders have to pay attention to where the wide forwards are going, which leaves the space open for the other players to come into the box. So the problem is now they can't tackle him. They only can block his passage. So he's coming quite close. That's good, right? He's trying to put his hand. He's actually forming a relationship with the guy at the moment. You see that? The hand actually went into his body. Okay, this guy's hand is inside his body. I mean, it's a moment of insanity here. Then he said, he's trying to hug the person now. My goodness, he's so into him, man. And he misses him. He tries to go in, it turns around, and then checks it back. And then these two guys are already going back. They're like, hey, it's done and dusted. We are Borussia Mönchengladbach. We just scored a goal, okay? Stop the Dutch, Kevin. Are you offended? Huh? The Dutch started total football. Hey, everybody, that's the problem in the world, right? The Dutch started total football. Everybody fell for it. Like, okay, everybody attacked. The only problem with the Dutch is they haven't won a World Cup yet, right? Okay. This is what they call. I mean, I'm not trying. I'm just joking. I do like total football. I do like Johan Cruyff. I didn't know there was that World Cup. Remember, they should have won the World Cup. No, that one they played. They had their total football. That team, yeah. Okay, we scored a second goal, man. We scored a second goal. And looking good at the moment. Let's just, we can play, we are playing on balanced mentality. We don't want to go any deeper because we don't want to invite them into our low block. Huh? We might run into trouble. But this is working so far. And I haven't paid attention to, Reddit again. Heck, please. Oi, heck, now he's in trouble. Oi, offside. He might be onside. He's quite close. Who do we bring on? Neuhaus. I need somebody with aggression passing, at least some idea of what he's doing. Gumu. I mean, you got aggression, you got acceleration, you got something. Okay, we try you for a short while. You fail, we just bring somebody else on. What about you, Machino? Machino, you are quite fast. Okay, I won't say very fast. You got the haraki. You got the kung fu in you. Okay. You must have a kung fu. That's why he signed you from South. Hey, hello. Goal awarded. Torres cheated. Yeah, tight call. Replay. Play. Oh no. Sorry, I had to hit the play button. Okay, look. Yeah, he's onside. They score a goal. Told you Mönchengladbach is good. No, we just doing okay. Yeah. Oh, what a line pass to the channel midfielder. That's why channel midfielders are so good. Oh, he hacked him down. Come on, ref. One more card. Hey, that was a clear, blatant red card as far as I'm concerned. In Asia, there's chopping down a leg. No. He's terrible, fella. Okay, all right, here we go. Here's Machino. The machine man is on the flanks, man. He finds Elvedi, the libero. Wrights comes in. He looks for Scully. Scully is playing as a false fullback. He's looking for options. This is it. The false fullback should not have gone so high. Fernando Torres. The second coming. Okay, the second coming of Fernando Torres. Okay, that's it. Where's the guy? You're no longer. You play inside fullback. Don't go so far forward anymore. Defend. Okay, here's Ulrich telling everybody to go into the box for his long throw. And he's Okay. Basically, he's telling the players, you kick it back to the fans after that. Kleindienst! It's 3-1! It's 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. We are all over. We own this team now. We own this team. Borussia Mönchengladbach have gone. I'm sorry. Is this your house? Does this look familiar? Alliance Arena. Is this your stadium? Are those your fans? A post-match interview, please. I want to know what the fans think of this game. Cocky, some people. Well, Upamecano now. It's gone to Jonathan Tah. And here comes Diaz. Louis Diaz. I forgot. Former Liverpool player. It's amazing that he hasn't torn us to pieces yet. Okay, here we go. Olise. And shoots, hits the woodwork. Okay, second guy to go. Okay, you. Now inside fullback. You. Now winger. You now winger. Stretch this team. You channel forward. No more. Target forward. Good stop from the keeper. See, last time I've been in a stream, we beat Bayern 4-1. They are the same team, right? Yeah, we beat them 4-1. But we use a different tactic. The challenge in this show is changing tactics every time to win. So far, this is the first time we played two tactics. We played 2 games with the same tactic. This is the first time we've done it on this stream, with this team. Normally, it's a different tactic because we were planning this for the tactics stream, right? Then we also have Kaiserslautern as well. oh, nice. Putting out to what was that for? Reed's putting out for a throw. Okay, we got. I don't think I can make any substitutions. I did 3 already. Yeah, I think all the stoppages. No, I got one more stoppage. Okay, oops, stop. Pause record. Why cannot pause record? You don't let me pause. Wow, this is terrible, man. They don't let me pause the game to make changes anymore. All right, let's go tactics. They cheaterbugs here. So, Chikorodo, they notice I'm doing all this. Mul, come here. Go Engelhardt. Okay, here they go. Wow, they realize there's the only way to stop me. Because I'm pressing the pause button to slow down the game artificially. PSV revenge Feyenoord indirectly, correct? Nope. Offside again. Do hope the game gets a bit more difficult though. What, this game? Nah, it won't be difficult. Because it's got to go the new market console, so it's going to have to be easier. I think the thing here is that most people, when you're playing the game, I would recommend try different things out now, like low blocks. They have a lot of fun. I'm playing a mid block, man. Yeah, against Bayern Munich. And mid blocks are super strong. And then you don't have to go and sign all the best players. Play play short players also can. Yeah. Slow players. I got Stoger is a 10, man. But why is his aggression is 17. He's doing a brilliant job in midfield. Yeah. Because when you sign does low block work? Yeah, it works. People just don't know how to use it. Most people, when they play a low block, they think low defensive line. Wrong. Low block is where you defend, right? Okay. Why you don't play low defensive line? Which guide in the world, which smart Alec decided that was a bright idea? Wait, low block means I sit back and defend. That's correct. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? But then when you get the ball, you also want them to stay back, is it? That's what the low defensive line does. So you want to play with a standard or high defensive line. That's it. You do that, your low block is going to work. It's as easy as that. Which team can recover from their slump quicker, Spurs or Liverpool? That's like asking me. I think Spurs. But Spurs, their slumps they are half as they slump half the time. Good times the rest of the half. They are one half team. You never know. Ladies and gentlemen, our result for the day. Surprisingly, Robin Heck has a 5.9. On a day, this football manager has very high standards. The team won away to Bayern Munich, but the game says he gets a 5.9 because we took him off, remember? Or was he playing? I can't remember. We took him off, what? We got a yellow card, right? He had a yellow card. And we were leading at that point, 2-0 when I took him off. Borussia Mönchengladbach emerged with unlikely victory. It's so insulting. Okay, so that's our Gambit. 4-3-3. Right, guys? So I'll recap the tactic for you guys, right? Okay, match day tactics. So what we do? So this is the thing about playing these kind of systems, right? You kind of need to know game you must have a game plan in your head. Like, why did I go wide forward to? Why did I go from wide forward to winger, for example? I stretched the flanks. These guys are actually very high up the pitch. They're trying to get behind the line. I noticed that if I do this combination, it's actually very, very good. So I'm just going to save this for you guys. In fact, I'm just going to make it a bit easier so you guys don't get a heart attack every time you play the game. All right? You're probably going to get a heart attack. Play this tactic this way. Okay, so I'm going to keep it simple. Okay, I'm going to change this version on the Dropbox folder. Okay, all right. So this is going to be Black Magic. Not Black Magic. Gambit. Gambit is going to be changed to this. First, I got to find Gambit. Where the hell is Gambit? Okay, there's so many tactics. I think we should stop with the idea of 1,000 tactics. I can't even find a tactic from this group. Okay, this is version 2. In case, yeah. I mean, technically, this should be 31. Yeah, technically, right, this should be 31 because this is a different Gambit version. So this is a more defensive Gambit. Okay, so this got wide forward, invert. And the other Gambit is actually a more attacking version. Now, the problem is you don't want to change this. This is a Gambit system that looks to break play down in the center, right? You've already got the players to break play down the flanks, okay? So there's no high line. We don't play high line. Yeah, we play a mid block. Okay, so this is a mid block. The only mad fella I got high line with Hansi Flick. You want to go take that tactic. That tactic is a high line. All right, so next tactic. Next tactic is this one. Okay, so this one I'll explain once we get nearer to the game day. So today's stream, very simple. We cover the 2 tactics. And then I show you how the tactical system works. That way, whenever you come, if you want to watch a stream, you're struggling with a 4-3-3, you can actually see something. You see what I do during for a 4-3-3. In-game changes actually can have a big impact on on the games that you play. Don't be afraid of changing things. But now we're going to strikeless. I'm not really a strikeless person, but we always have to make one strikeless for fun. Okay, so quick pick again. Stoger, I mean, this is not a strikeless bunch of players. Okay. Onorat, can you play strikeless? No aggression. See, the thing about strikeless is you want these guys who are running at the defensive lines to have aggression. That's the only problem. We got Machino. Okay, Machino can. Okay, Stoger will not be playing. So Engelhardt and Reitz. Reitz is a good player. He's got aggression, so he can play that. Skelly, Nets. Then who the heck is Xiao Rodia? Okay, all right. Fine. Elvedi. Elvedi is a ball playing centre back. Okay, that's fine. Friedrich is playing here. Okay, whatever. Okay, we know you're decent. Okay. All right. Now they go white centre back, white centre back, white centre back, white centre back. Okay, I'm going to change this to. I could have sworn it was ball playing centre back. I could have sworn this tactic was ball playing centre back. Yeah, I could have sworn because the original idea behind it was ball playing centre back. And it was AM Shadow Striker. Why is it different? I could have sworn this tactic was different. Yeah, man, this tactic feels different from. Wait, hold on. Did I have another version of Titans Rush? There's a Titans Rush, this BTN, Titans Rush. Or did I choose the wrong one? This is Titans Rush 21. This is a copy. Yeah, man, this is definitely not it. Yeah, this Titan Rush is different. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play this way, okay? I know what I want these guys to do. Yes, this is different. How come? It definitely went the wrong way, This is a different Titans Rush. This is a different Titans Rush. I know I have the Titans Rush somewhere. Hold on. Let me think. There is a image I took somewhere. No, this one is definitely different. This is the old one. I can't show you the rest of the folders. I know this is the old one. I know my tactics. I know I changed this. I know I played a channel midfielder, and I remember these guys have to be channel runners. Okay, we're gonna go channel. This is dangerous now. I know this guy is supposed to hold position. Huh? Yeah, he's correct. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna try and play these guys as attacking midfielders first. We have to change things later. I know wing back is correct. This is ball playing centre backs. All of them. These guys are supposed to be ball playing centre backs. Yeah, centre back. Huh? No, you're supposed to come back in the same setup. What am I doing here? Pressing defensive midfielder. No, go defensive midfielder. I know this is definitely not the way I set it up earlier. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, outlet attacking. Okay, we're going to go this like this. Box to box. I know one of you is taking few risks. What is going on with my tactics, man? Suddenly, like a ghost came into my system like that. Yeah, I don't believe I'm making so many changes to a tactic that's supposed to be fine. Okay, all right, let's go. Okay, this is new, for me. Okay, high press, trigger press, standard. Okay, double DMs. Strikeless. Okay, all right, we'll go with this first. Prevent, yeah, cross. Okay, done. Okay, let's go. So we're gonna have to save this first. Titans Rush 21. I don't believe I'm doing this again. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, you got all the players in. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I know. Start last modified, correct. But I'm already streaming. I don't want to go into the folder. I'll just check later because there's going to be another version somewhere. It's okay, I am not worried. I can always tweak it and then I'll be happy again. All right, just have to treat it like any other first tactical creation to see whether all the players are in the right positions. Nemeth, we're playing against another back five, I think. No? Okay. Yeah, we're playing another back five. Okay, so we come out here, start looking at this. The back five systems tend to be a bit more, they spend a lot of time in their own half nowadays. So we got Friedrich, Elvedi, goes to Scully. Good, guys, nice. Okay, that's the reason why it's got. Now I remember the other instruction. Okay, I'll see whether he has it. No, he doesn't have it. Yeah, take more risks. I remember I added this as well to this tank thing. Yeah, take more risks. I need these guys to send those balls through, and they're gonna run this way. They're actually running through the middle, looking. So what they're doing is they are trying to cut inside and play that pass. Okay, now it rights. Reina gets to the ball first, and then that does well. Friedrich, now that we go, the underlap. The underlap will influence him, so let's make sure the underlap is in there. Okay, where is it now? Underlap is in there. Pass reception, pass in his patience, will point to boss distribute quickly. Everything is correct now. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is working. This is almost exactly the way I wanted it to be set up. Yep, we're in the half, giving a lot of trouble to the defenders. Yep, working. Yeah. So how this works is, the logic behind the system is very simple. And when we get the ball, okay, I'll explain the roles very quickly to you. Okay, what I want these guys to do is I want him to actually come here. Until my head is always arguing up here that they should be shadow strikers, because then they go back into the box a lot, right? But what I wanted was a player that comes inside here. This guy goes into the center. I want him to be the main goal scorer. Okay, then we want these guys to be in these kind of areas all the time. Okay, so there is an argument to be had that this guy should actually be doing this. Move into the channels. This guy should move into the channels, right? Okay, so that is the thing that I want them to do. I want them to dribble and get into the channels, because these guys can come out and become more goal-scoring threats. Wingbacks coming in this way. They're not going this way. They're actually coming this way as a priority, because these guys come. So we're going to actually have a lot of chaos. This guy comes here. This guy goes here. This guy comes here. This guy goes here, right? So threats will be harder to mark. And then we've got two box-to-box that come up, and a guy is holding up the ball. So there's a lot of verticality in the tactic going up, and also a few passes there will be a movement that goes down the flanks. Ball center backs, because we want the ball center backs to push up like the diamond pivot. Yeah, my favorite tactics in Football Manager was this 3-4-3, Gambit, and Joey Go Smash. Yeah, those are my three favorites. The 3-4-3 was the first one I made, remember? That was in the beta period, and that was scoring a lot of goals. Yeah. Cross on byline, I'll leave it first. Yeah. Low crosses is the only thing that I normally don't add. I don't do cross on byline for any role. Yeah. The only one is low cross. There we go. Boom. Come on. Boot pressure. Yep, the pressure is working. Oh man, Scully should have scored. Scully should have scored. We're all over this team now. Okay, done. They clear the ball. We win the header. Second ball is not ours. 50-50 argument there. This is the wing back going up early. The only problem I have here is stop cross. The only instruction I'm worried about. Because stop cross makes my formation wider when I'm defending. So the question is, do I want it to happen? The wing backs will be, which is okay in a sense, because the wing backs will definitely be a lot more proactive since we got three guys. But that is what happens. They open up the space. Reese to Friedrich, back to Nicholas. Is that a good pass? Yep, we got the ball. Good work. We hustled and we won the ball back. The other thing we can do is play advanced centre backs. Yeah. The other thing you can do. Do I want it to be a bit more aggressive? Yeah, I can. This tactic has got the options. So right now, if I wanted to, right, I can easily come in here and go with this guy. Now, if I do that, I think Friedrich has got jumping reach, right? So he goes into the center. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, combined. So he goes in the center. Yeah, you can always do, but I normally don't add that. Yeah. You need the right players for any system. Yeah. I'm just showing you the movement patterns. Yeah. I definitely recommend high aggression. Usually that solves a lot of problems. And then you need the players in the second ball, high jumping reach in the center of the park. I mean, then like most tactics will become good, right? So sometimes you want to see how the team does, average bunch of players playing this tactic. Then we see an average bunch of players playing the tactic relatively well. You know what you need to do for the team. So always easier to start with like your plan and then go and see how it fits into with your team. Were you surprised Singapore qualified the AFC Asian? I was very surprised, yeah. But you looking at the group, happy for them. Yeah. Oh, nice run through the middle. Nets is in. Misses. That was a great pass. That was a great pass. That was a great pass, man. Joey goes gambling. Joey doesn't do gambling. People have to in one form or another, I don't gamble. Yeah. It's just something I never do. Good work. Nets. Basically shut the guy down, man. You're like, okay, I want to try and cross the ball. Okay, you're taking too long. Biglia trying. Oh, yeah, okay. There's a lot of hard work or hard running in the tactic. Okay, oh, he sold the player. What a miss. Okay, not too bad. I'm liking what I see. Okay, we go to key highlights. So. Yeah, it's a bit attacking for our taste, but I like to play strikers on very attacking mentality. It seems to do the trick. You know why? Because the reason why it's always very attacking mentality. There's a very simple reason. Okay. On normal mentalities, the defensive line is too low, and we're not playing with a striker, right? So our defensive line is actually low, no? Yeah, lower than when you have no strikers. You don't have. You play a lower mentality. Everybody will be slightly deeper, right? Now, how do I explain this in a way that makes sense to me? So, in my head, it makes sense. I can see the numbers in my head. Okay, when you have a striker, your team has got a starting point for the block. When you don't have a striker, they have to let the team come at them, right? So they'll actually be deeper when the opposition come to you because you don't have those strikers initiating the press anymore, right? So that's why in strikerless systems, I always play on the highest mentality possible, because now I'm pushing them high up the pitch as a team. If I had like if I had like a striker in there, I wouldn't be doing that. Yeah. So that is the reason why it's played on the highest mentalities. And because of that, right, the one thing about playing on very high mentality, your team does everything, like creative freedom is the highest, risk is the highest. So it makes sense, and yeah, baby. Yep, it worked. I do like strikerless tactics. Strikerless tactics are very, very strong on Football Manager 26. They are the strongest, one of the stronger tactics. So far, we've been all over this team. We had to make a lot of changes on the fly, right? So we're going to call this BTN 20. I'm going to keep the first version just in case. I don't want to give it a new name. So we're going to give it BTN 32, right? This one is version 2. So this is like an updated version. At least so I can track it. This is much better than the first version, because the first version had this problem as well when we were making it on the stream. I initially used advanced wingbacks, but they're too high. Yeah. But you can do it now. In some matches you go like, okay, fine, they've got pressure now on that. So now they got pressure down which flank? Our right flank, right? So we asked Kelly to be even higher now. What a pass to Machino. That is why the guy is play risky passes. So both the fullbacks have got, the wingbacks have play risky passes. So they try those kind of passes. I want those kind of channel passes. Nice work. Oh, beautiful. Reina goes wide. He's doing the channel runs. Now we don't do channel runs. Okay, we can make a change. Okay. Instead of channel runs, now this guy becomes second striker. This guy becomes second striker. So all of them become strikers now. Second strikers. Create a bit more havoc. Because they're one goal down, they have players sent off. We now keep those defenders pinned back. Biblia. Oh, ooh, they clear the danger. Back again to us. Again. Setting it up. Oh, it's offside. How does it like OOP? OOP is same shape. Yeah. Now my OOP is the same. I don't do any of this. I know a lot of people tell you have to defend in a different shape. Who said you have to defend in a different shape? Change the roles. How do you think the AI is playing against you? Yeah, not every AI. You don't need to. You think just change the roles, baby. That's all you need to do in this game. You don't have to overcomplicate things. Because if you change to a more defensive version, then you got to think about a lot of other things. No? You got to think about counter press. You think about prevention, distribution. You got to do a lot of things because a lot of people are complaining counter press not working properly. No, it's not, because you ask the player to be more defensive. But so what do you think is going to happen? Beautiful. Skelly's header backwards. Biblia has to place the ball. Yeah, it's a great goal. 2 up already. And it's 54 minutes in. Okay. And I think we're watching a key. Yep. Good. While you need good players to play more systems, it's usually a cop-out. It's usually a cop-out. You don't need to find the perfect, or you must always find the guy with the right physical attributes to play. No, you don't. Yeah. It's the easiest way to play Football Manager is to find all the players with the right mentality or the right physical attributes. And then you want to play Gegen pressing. Yeah, of course, that's easy mode. That's easy mode. Play a 4-2-3-1. That is easy mode Football Manager. Try playing other blocks. That is not easy mode. Yeah. So that's when your knowledge of the game is tested to the max. Because you can get away with a lot of things when you're playing Gegen pressing with the best players, because the game is a game about numbers anyway. Yeah, it's numbers based. So attributes, you find the right attributes, you stick them in. You find the right physical characteristics of a player, stick them in. Of course, most tactics will do well. But it will always mask the flaws in your tactical system. And the flaws in a tactical system can only show themselves when you are using average players in your team. And I'm not talking going out there and creating a tactical system with average CA of 150 and say, oh yeah, this tactic is great. No, of course not. A player with 120 CA, a player with 120 CA and a player with 140 CA can have exactly the same attributes. Because the only thing that differentiates a lot of the things that cost players CA is going to be things like have you been a genius and you thought you teach him all these other roles because you think OOP roles are very important? You just cost the player a bunch of CA points. You think that, he needs to learn how to be good with both feet. You just cost him a lot of CA points. So it's more important to know the attributes that a position requires. So I always zoom in on 4 attributes: aggression, anticipation, concentration, and work rate. These are the only 4 I care about. Because all 4 attributes are equally important in the attacking transitions as well as the defensive transitions. The rest of them are like, people call them meta. It's not really meta, it's easy mode football manager. Yeah. But then again, I've been playing the game only for 30 years, right? 1998, I started playing the game. So back then, I also used to run simulations too, like everybody else. Like I used to run simulations all the time. Like hell, man, I used to think I was, this doesn't work, Or I don't think any of you were around for the mentality experiment I ran. I ran a mentality experiment that was like 30 Excel spreadsheets. Okay. It took me a few seasons, and I came up to this theory and that was when I posited the theory that mentality is only risk. I proved that mentality was only risk. It cannot be anything else. And he shifted some of the SI then confirmed it. Yeah, so just keep, I've been there, done that. Now I just don't want to play the game like that anymore. Because what it ended up turning me into is a 100-hour player. Because after a while you get bored. Because you're playing the game to find the best players, to fit the best systems, to score the most goals. And what's the point? Anyway, this is fun. This is when I enjoy Football Manager. And I have to say, right, this is a public branch of Football Manager, not the beta branch. It's okay. I mean, I do find a bit strange that we have match stats in there, but it's okay. Completely and absolutely destroyed Poly with this. I mean, yeah, we should be beating Poly, but they were playing a defensive system. We were playing a strikerless system, which on paper is also defensive. But Reina this guy is definitely not suited to this system. Not suited. He doesn't have bravery, he doesn't have a concentration. Right. His natural fitness is only 8. I probably would never use a player like this in the system. Yeah, maybe on the flanks, but not in the center. So Reina is thanks, but no thanks. So let's see if the tactic. We keep telling the players the same thing, right? You started playing the game 3 years later, then 2001. Yeah, those are the heydays, Scramjet heydays, right? Scramjet came out in 03, 04, Football Manager, yeah. Then you're probably around for the disaster that was CM4, right? Do you start your tactics as clean slate and work from there, or use presets and tweak? Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, I do a bit of both, actually, Stevie C. Sometimes I am lazy. I just go gegenpress and remove them. Sometimes I start with clean slate. As you can tell from some of my tactics, if you look at some of my tactics, right, they'll say clean slate. And some of my other tactics will say gegenpress because I'm lazy to click all the buttons. I know what I want to remove. Yeah. So for like gegenpress, I remove quite a few things because gegenpress is a bit too much. Yeah. So here we go. This is a bit the tactic. Let's cover again, right? So we can play AM, you can play AM, you can play Shadow Striker, you can play Shadow Striker. The idea here is these guys, you want them, they can move into channels. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Actually, what they can also do, and which I didn't boo, is this. Make more forward runs. Now, if they make more forward runs, right, what will happen is, actually I didn't do this. I should have. This will make the tactics slightly better. If you go make more forward runs, and this guy's holding the holding position, right, they're actually going to run further in front, right, to receive his ball. And then when they check back, then you can come in here and crossing strategy for these players will be byline. Oh, no. Okay, whatever. Okay, just come in here. This guy can't cross on the byline. Yeah, he won't be. He's not a winger. But then what you do is add low crosses. So you come into the tactic, then you go into all instructions here, then you come here. And we already got low crosses. Okay, so that's fixed it. Yeah. Okay, out of possession, high press. The problem with these strikerless tactics, they all have to be high press. They cannot be mid press because you don't have defenders. You don't have strikers, right? So it has to be a high press because your press is going to be initiated by midfielders now, not strikers. Other than that, yeah, this can work. You can play Shadow Strikers here as well. You can play AMs. AM's a bit better than Shadow Strikers. I do remember CM4 being a disaster, but in my memory isn't letting me down. I believe the transition to 4 to 5 was far from... No, the 4, 5 were all bad. Yeah. Only settled in 2008. And then after that, it came 11. It was a complete shit show. It was a cluster of the highest epic standards. Yeah, so SI have been on this road before where it's like whenever they change it, because I've been there before, right? It's like I've been there before, when SI start changing UIs, anything can go wrong. So it's not like I haven't seen it, haven't done it before. I've seen it before, so I'm used to it. Yeah, it's the same. But it's actually, you think about it, Kevin, it's not as bad as 11 and 4, no. Yeah, 11 was unplayable. I wasn't able to play. I remember, right, CM4. I remember not being able to come off the loading screen for a really long time. Or I clicked the game, right? You hit the play button, but then nothing happens. You're like, play the play button again. Nothing happens. It starts to want to play. That was how bad it was. I mean, now people are complaining about things like the match engine not being good or whatever. But I've seen worse things. Okay, they have managed to get a game out, right? The match engine is not bad. It's actually fun to make tactics. I hear a lot of complaints about not being able to defend the flanks, but you just see me play. I'm defending the flanks like they can't get past me. So this happens every time. I've encountered this for a while. The guys in the match engine team probably are playing the game really well in the office too, and they're not seeing the same issues. I'm not seeing the same issues that you guys are seeing. Of course, I see some overzealous dribbling. There are times when that happens. But because I play like 5 to 10 games, I don't see it so much. Yeah, so I don't know. These kind of things do tend to stand out when they happen a lot. But in the last week, I haven't had to sit up and go, oh my God, why didn't anybody stop him? That hasn't happened. Have you seen me say that on the stream? I challenge anybody to say that to me right now. That I've said that. I haven't, no. In the last 5 days I played, I have not once said, oh my God, I wish somebody would tackle him. No. I wish the AI would tackle him. I've said that many times. I've said that many, many times. I've said, oh my God, the AI is not tackling my player. But can the AI do it to me? See, that's the first thing about Football Manager. If you can do something that the AI can't do, it means that you are doing something that the match engine team did not consider for the AI. So is it an exploit? Of course not. I'm just using one of the instructions that are in the game. Whose fault is it then? Whose fault? The match engine team or researcher problem? Yeah, FM11 was unplayable. Oh, you thought FM12 was unplayable? Yeah, it's fun. No? Well, we've had 2 tactics on today's show, and I hope that helps you guys out. It's a shorter. It's focusing just on tactics alone. So I hope this helped you out. Hope it helped you guys out. Right, this is the goal here. I'm gonna get the other show out, and this probably be a summary of today's show. And then it'll be out on the main channel for those guys who are looking for tactics. Meanwhile, you probably find the tactics in the Dropbox folder. You probably will. It depends on how long I update, how long it takes me to update it. It should be instant if Dropbox is synced. So I thank everybody for coming to today's stream. You guys are sensational. I shall see you on Monday. or Saturday. Saturday more likely. You guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Once again, thank you for all your support. Round Ginger for following me. Dave X Machina. Joe Ferrera, not Ferraro. Ferraro sounds like a car, baby. Okay, you guys stay safe. See you soon. Bye-bye.